Hello everyone. In the last lecture, we had a discussion on biological functions which are performed by proteins, and then the two conditions which are related with deficiency of proteins which are most popular, and they are called as Kwashiorkor disease and marasmus. Both these diseases are collectively called as protein energy malnutrition because in both the conditions there will be deficiency of carbohydrates or energy requirement is increased, and there is a deficiency of proteins in the children's. Generally this disease occurs in children's in first few years of life, and the two important reasons for occurrence of these two diseases are number one, poverty, and number two, infections like diarrhea, then respiratory infections, then measles, and worm infestations or intestinal worms. So infections and poverty, because of poverty what happens, the diet which is given to such children is not a balanced diet, or in that particular diet there will be not sufficient quantity and quality of proteins. So because of this, the what you can say, the demand for proteins is not fulfilled. Then again the infections, they increase the demand for carbohydrates, or you can say calories, and decrease the absorption and utilization of proteins and other nutrients in the body. So both these conditions, that is infections and malnutrition, they generally occurs simultaneously or synergistically, and they contribute to each other's deficiency. Now these what you can say, this protein energy malnutrition is generally distinguished as Kwashiorkor disease and marasmus, and that we have already seen. In Kwashiorkor disease, there will be edema, particularly in the lower legs. Edema, in the simple sense, it means inflammation or swelling, or then mental changes occurs, and then poor appetite, diarrhea, depigmentation of skin and hairs, enlargement of livers, and sometimes retardation of growth. These are the symptoms of Kwashiorkor disease. While in case of marasmus, there will be severe muscle wasting, severe growth retardation, and marked wasting of skin and bones, diarrhea, and modified hair texture. So, in short, you can say physical and mental development is mainly hampered in both the conditions. And one important reason for occurring of this condition is uh, one more reason, particularly in India. This condition is seen in those children who are weaned early from mother's milk. That means in those children whom mother's milk is not available in very early years of life, or who have been stopped from drinking mother's milk. So in those children particularly these conditions are seen. So this much portion is important from your health education syllabus point of view as far as proteins are concerned, though you are having full details about proteins in biochemistry and clinical pathology. Now the next nutrient which is important from our subject, that is vitamins. Now when you focus on this word vitamin, it is made up of two words, or it is a combination of two words, vital and amines. Vital means most important, and amines having NH2 functional group or amino group. So all these substances are most important and they contain amino group in their structure. Now first we will define these vitamins. Vitamins are accessory. Now here word accessory means additional. In on your vehicles you put some accessories, so they are additional. They are not provided by the company from which you are purchasing your vehicle, but these accessories, it depends on you only which accessory you want to get fitted to your vehicle. So in the same way, vitamins are accessory means additional in the sense, in addition to proteins, carbohydrates, lipids and minerals, you need one more nutrient, that is vitamin. That's why the word accessory is used here. Vitamins are accessory, indispensable. Now here the word indispensable means essential, which are compulsory, which are mandatory. So vitamins are accessory, indispensable food factors. That means present in food. One component which is present in food, that's why called food factor, means nutrient. Comma, organic in nature. Their chemical nature is organic. That means they are carbon containing compounds. Comma, required by an organism in small quantity. How much they are required? They are required in small quantity. That's why we call them as micronutrients. Required by an organism in small quantity for variety of biochemical functions. For what we require them? We require them for number of biological functions, and are generally not synthesized by the body. These nutrients, they are not synthesized by the body, and whenever any nutrient which is not synthesized by the body, it has to be compulsorily supplied through diet. Only vitamin D and vitamin B complex to some extent are synthesized in our body. Rest all the vitamins we need to depend on our diet. So in definition we have written that are generally not synthesized by the body and hence must be supplied by the diet. So this is the complete definition of vitamins. Just I am reciting one more time. Vitamins are accessory, indispensable food factor, organic in nature, required by an organism in small quantity for variety of biochemical functions, and are generally not synthesized by the body and hence must be supplied by the diet or through the diet. Now one more definition you can listen, or you can remember, that is, vitamins are organic nutrients that are required in small quantity for variety of biochemical functions or normal growth, development and maintenance of the body. Meanings of all the definition will remain same, only there will be difference of wordings. Then next definition, vitamins are naturally occurring organic constituents of the diet that in minute amounts aids means helps in maintaining the normal activities of cells, tissues or organs or body. So 2-3 points are important in case of vitamins. First thing is they are organic substances. Second thing, they are required in small quantity. Third thing, they are not synthesized by the body, hence compulsorily must be supplied through diet. And fourth point, they are essential for normal growth, development and maintenance of the body. Now next point is classification of vitamins. Though our body needs number of vitamins, all of them you can divide into two classes depending on their solubility. So depending on solubility, all the vitamins are classified into two classes. One we call water soluble vitamins. These vitamins are soluble in water and are insoluble in one or more organic solvents, like you can say ether, like you can say chloroform, like you can say acetone, carbon tetrachloride. All these are called as organic solvents. Example is vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Now second type of vitamins are fat soluble vitamins. They are soluble in organic solvents. They are soluble in organic solvents and are insoluble in water. That is just opposite to earlier type of vitamins. And the example is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. So simple classification of vitamins is there, and then we are switching our discussion to biological role of vitamins. Where we need vitamins in our body, what role they play. Say for example, first vitamin, that is called as vitamin A, which is chemically called as retinol. Vitamin A is called as retinol. It is essential for vision and maintains glandular and epithelial tissues and helps in skeletal growth. Out of this, the primary and most important function of vitamin A is it is essential for vision. In biochemistry, you will come across vision cycle. Whenever you will go through the vitamin chapter, you will come across a topic called vision cycle, and there you will find that during our vision, when the photons or particles of light falls on our eyes retina, cis retinol is converted into trans retinol, that we call it as isomerism takes place. And this cis retinol means nothing but vitamin A. So if vitamin A will not be there, definitely it will have impact on your vision. And that's why the deficiency diseases which are related with vitamin A are night blindness, which is called as Raat Andhlepana in Marathi, night blindness, and xerophthalmia. Xerophthalmia is a condition which is related with your eyes, where there will be a cracks in your eyelids, and over a period of time these eyelids will go on drying and multiple infections will occur there and pus formation will be there, which is called as xerophthalmia. So deficiency condition which is associated with vitamin A or retinol is night blindness or xerophthalmia.